So today I want to talk to you guys about buying a box truck. I see a lot of people getting in this business because they see different videos online. A lot of people advertising they can make money as a business. And it's very difficult if you don't have the right equipment. If you don't have the right equipment, you cannot move freight. If you have the equipment, you can always contact somebody like our company to help you move freight or get loads. But without the right equipment, you're going to be lost. You're going to be stuck. So let me give you some advice, some pointers. I'm here at the office to let you know what you should be looking for and what type of box trucks that we recommend here at Trucking and Investing. Now, there's several different places to go look at box trucks. A lot of times people go to Penske to look at the old trucks. People look on Commercial Paper, which is a website. Commercial Trucking, which is a website. You want to make sure that you cover the three elements when buying a box truck. You want to make sure that it's a reputable make and model, reliable, major components on there together, like the motor, transmission, and DPF system. You want to make sure that it's fuel efficient. And you want to have some type of proof of maintenance history. All right? You don't want to get into a truck that you're buying that you can't find out these major things. Being that we have trucks in our fleet, we work with tons of different carriers around the nation, and we're dealing with box trucks right now because I know a lot of people will get into that because you don't need a CL license. I would say from a box truck standpoint, do not buy an international truck if you can. All right, especially with a Max Force engine in it. Regardless of any truck that you're looking at, try to stay away from that. If you're going to have to get an international truck, my recommendation is make sure you get a Cummins or a Detroit engine. But if you can stay away from international, stay away from international. I would prefer that you go with Freightliner, which they have a lot of reliability, cost effectiveness, and there's a long lifespan with the proper maintenance, all right, the proper PM. Now, Freightliner itself, they are known to have the parts everywhere. You won't have an issue. We have an international truck right now, as we speak, that we're looking for a part that is now on back order. We were fortunate to find a mechanic that had the part in another location, but the national back order means that the manufacturer, Navistar, didn't even have the part. So Freightliner has parts everywhere. There's a lot of different mechanics that can work on it. And then the next one would be Hino, which is a Toyota brand. All right, Toyota is, parts is everywhere. Toyota itself is a great maker. So Hino has a tremendous fuel efficiency. Their life expectancy is good, especially with the proper PM. And when I say PM, I mean preventative maintenance for anybody. The whole thing is you want to be able to have a reliable vehicle. So if you're looking for a box truck right now, I would say don't go past 10 years. All right, stay between 2014 2018 if you need to, as far as trying to save money. If you got a good deal on a 2019-20, but don't go into the range of 2007 2013. You're probably gonna have a lot of DPF filter issues. And one of our trucks recently, when I say recently, like in 2 weeks, we just had to do a baking. If you don't know anything about DPF baking, it's basically cleaning out the DPF filter. You gotta send it off, get it baked out, cleaned out, get it baked, put it back in. You don't want to have a truck that picks up a load and doesn't make it to the location. It's going to be detrimental to your history with the broker and just business alone. All right. Fortunately for us, our trucks always make it to the location. If we have issues, we push through, and then we get to the load drop, and then we handle our trucks afterwards. You got to make sure that you have a good lift gate. Now, this is something that you won't know until you actually get to the truck. So let's say you see a truck online. You like what you see. I would never have you, if you're not mechanically inclined, especially on the diesel side, go look at the truck yourself. Always look to see if there's a diesel mechanic in the area that can go look at that truck for you, to vet some things out. But still, you might have to get that truck looked at with the system to see the codes and everything else. But it's always good to have somebody go down and look at it and tell you certain things. They can tell you, how the shaft looks, how the engine looks, certain things that you might not know. Because a lot of you guys that get into this business and just You know, if you're an investor, you can contact us. We have a way that you can make a lot of money as an investor in the long run with, a broker, trucking company / dispatcher. We have all different components here at Trucking and Investing. If you're somebody that's looking to invest and you have your cousin that's down the street that you want to drive for you, maybe a couple of your friends, you put some things together and you guys want to get in the trucking business, there's a lot of things you just don't know. And we rather save you money than, you lose money. So you want to go down and see the truck eventually, or have somebody go down and see the truck from when it comes down to the lift gate. So if I was to look at a truck myself, or have a mechanic go down there, my checklist is basically a large lift gate that could fit a person, a pallet jack, and a pallet should be able to fit on there. All right, it needs to be large enough. I want it to be automatic transmission, no manual. I want the actual box to have a good condition, inside of the box. If it has E-track, it'd be better because you can lock in the E-track with the straps, because you can use the E-straps to lock in the loads. And I want to make sure it's DOT approved. You want to try to keep yourself away from any situation that you can when it comes down to getting a box truck. Now, if you're online, you're looking, you can always look up the VIN number. The free way is vehiclehistory.com. A better way is rigdig.com. You can see who's the ownership. You can search the maintenance. You want to see everything. You don't want to buy a truck that with any major issues in the past. All right. A lot of people don't focus on the truck's engine hours. We see miles, and these trucks can run forever. All right. These trucks can run for like 1 million miles because they're 26,000 GVW, which is, the weight. And we put 10,000 on the back of a box truck as far as pounds, the max, legally. So you can run this box truck for a while as long as the PM is kept up, and PM, of course, is preventative maintenance. Let's say you have a box truck, or a truck in general for anybody, and it has 500,000 miles on it, 500,000 miles, and it has like 15,000 engine hours. That's a lot of hours on it. That's the idle time and everything else. So you want to make sure that hours on your truck is low. You can have a truck with a lot of miles, but low engine hours, and that's going to be better for you because the engine is important. All right. But we suggest you get a box truck used between 100K to 300K miles and low engine hours. Regardless if you're going to do a lease or you're going to buy outright, that is up to you based on your financial abilities. I would always say to everybody, have about $20,000 on the side in the form of credit or cash. And if you do have cash, I would say use that cash to go ahead and revert it to a business account where you can put some funds in and try to get credit. Use the credit card so you have your cash freely to do what you need to do. If you're going to lease, like if you do Penske because you fit the criteria, then it's going to be very expensive, but they're going to take care of the maintenance on the truck. We just recently had a Penske lease offer, which basically going to cost us $100,000 for the first year and $60,000 for the next 5 years. There's a lot of money we was paying for the truck, and we don't own it at the end. But they cover all the maintenance, and we was getting a brand new truck. It took about 3 months to get to us, but that was the option. When we buy our truck, we get it vetted out by our mechanic. We still know that it's going to have some issues because every truck that's been running, 100,000 miles, 200,000 miles, things are going to come up. But I would suggest you stick with Freightliner or Hino when it comes down to it. If you can, find out the truck's history. rigdig.com would be ideal. If you're going to lease, Penske, Ryder, Enterprise, Ideal Lease, go with them. If you guys need a financing company, we have one that we could recommend that you could work with. Now, anybody that plans on getting in the truck business and you just want to be an investor, text us 323-475-6661. You can text 302-214-1728, and we'll talk to you about our opportunity to get in the trucking business without driving a truck, dealing with a company that's reputable and covers all different phases from the broker side and trucking business side to the dispatching side. Hope this helps anybody that wants to get in the business of trucking using a box truck. Subscribe to our channel. We look forward to assisting anyone in the near future. Take care.